Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that the world was better pre-social media? This was a question that was asked on Reddit, in Ask Reddit the other day. And I can't remember who posted it on our Discord channel, which you should join, by the way. But there were some strong viewpoints, I think, are going to be coming from Mike in a minute. I also have some strong viewpoints, and he might not expect me to hold them, although I've just warned him, so we'll see. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments, and let us know why we're wrong after we discuss it on today's episode of the Not So Critical Update. And before we start, I just want to say, if you're enjoying these little chats that we usually have Jon around. He's a lot of fun. But yeah, hit subscribe. It makes us feel good and furthers our race to win the internet. So, yeah.
We're almost there.
There you
go. We are
almost there.
As far as we know, the largest tech news show on YouTube. Yeah. And probably the first.
Yeah. Probably the first. Yeah, I don't know of any others anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, cool. Join us.
So,
Mike, do you think the internet was better pre-social media?
I think social media is a net negative. I think life was better before social media.
Okay, all right. I mean, the guy's point was, I say guy, I mean, the poster's point was that, especially about kids, don't have any social skills anymore, and they're not good at talking face to face. And back in my day, we had to forced to have a chat for 30 minutes to all our mates before we then pass an exam for sort of linguistic skills before we could have our pudding, which I think is just bullshit. I think it's a load of rubbish. Okay. I can say that because I have recently been in the quite frequently been. Wait, this is going to come out wrong. I was going to say quite frequently being in the company of teenagers, which doesn't sound right.
What's the problem?
No.
You're fine.
No, wait. Like, seriously, though, they don't seem to, they chat constantly through Snapchat and I don't know what else. There's about 5 different video chat thingies that are used these days. TikTok and Facebook, not Facebook, that's for old people like you. So like they chat and chat and chat. And honestly, I thought there was like 6 girls in this room the other day, and open the door, and it's just a phone there. And there's no disconnect. So they will be chatting to each other and then meet each other and just continue the conversation that they were having 5 minutes ago when they were on the bus or at home or whatever. And so I don't think they've lost the social skills at all.
Well, I mean, that's one aspect of it, but there is also evidence that says kids are not dating, not having sex, not getting married. They don't have as strong social connections because and then I think the impact of the lack of physical contact is yet to be seen. So I would say, yes, it's a different kind of social interaction, and maybe we just need to get used to that. I think there are also some like the way mirror neurons work when you're talking to other people. Like, we are designed to be social, interactive beings with physical proximity to others. Like, we crave that. And I think that the loss of that will have long-term impacts that we aren't yet even aware of, but even impacts that we're already seeing today.
I that's the thing. I mean, see, we're doing a sort of self-study here, right? We're basing it on our experiences. I haven't personally done a full-scale study of the impact of social media on kids these days. But
those studies are out there. They have been done.
Okay. So, but I haven't read them then, you know. So, but based on what I've seen, they're talking more than they would have. They're more than I did.
They're communicating more. Is that the same as having better relationships?
I don't know. I can't say for the qualitative aspect of the relationships, but I can tell you that they're communicating a lot more, and it doesn't seem to have affected the fact that they want to go and meet up as well. Kids are always wanting to go to the mall and hang out in the, talk about the shoes they bought and whatever. Like, it seems to be just talking more about it.
Yeah, I've definitely seen evidence to the contrary. And really? Yeah, for sure. And then, I think this recent studies suggest also that people are spending more time isolated in their rooms, not going out and doing social activities. This is kind of the core of the incel movement, right? That these... Yeah, but
sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, but it's difficult for me to imagine that those kids wouldn't have been doing that in some other way if social media didn't exist. Like, if they weren't just doing that, if they weren't like that, but just not, we didn't hear about it before. And now we do because of the internet.
So what if you look at something like dopamine addiction, social media posting, porn, whatever, that short-term payoff, the quick hit from the phone alerts, you don't see any negative impact from that?
I mean, I think so, but I think that kind of effect has been there in other ways from like computer games for a lot longer than social media.
Anywhere, on anywhere near the intensity that we see on social media.
Maybe that's true. Maybe it is all about getting attention, right? And
or pervasiveness.
Doing that. Poor pervasiveness.
Pervasiveness of the issue. Like, yes, maybe gamers were sucked into the loot boxes or whatever, but everybody's on social media.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's difficult for me to speak to because I've seen sort of the opposite effect. So I don't know. Maybe it's a regional thing. Maybe in the US it's more of a chronic problem than in the UK or in Europe.
How did you see the opposite effect?
Well, that kids are still talking. They still seem to be just kids, and they're just talking more, and they still want to meet up, and because the technology has developed to the point of which is so good now, you can have lots of kids in a room instantly talking to each other and add people and kick people and whatever, that the effect is that they might as well be in the same room, basically.
Okay. I think another con for me is the amplification and radicalization that's created, particularly by the algorithms. I know I've mentioned this several times. I'm actually going to cut out the video so we can react to it. That outlines a story about how Facebook algorithms basically took anti-vax moms and created this radicalized movement that essentially facilitated MAGA. And that's a way oversimplification. It's not doing anybody justice or being fair to anybody in any way. But
we're gonna go with it anyway. We're gonna roll with that. Yeah.
Sure. That's all we need. But I don't think there's
oversimplifications are our thing, right?
That's right. Uninformed, just off the cuff assertions without baseless assertions.
Right.
But yeah, online radicalization definitely concerns me. And look, there's benefits too. Twitter played a role in the Arab Spring, kind of famously towards the beginning of Twitter's life. That maybe is, I don't know if fair to say that's what put them on the map. I don't know. But for every story like that, it seems like there's a lot more negative stories.
But you could say that about any period in time. Sorry.
I guess.
Like, there's always more negative stories than positive stories. Isn't the ratio about the same? Maybe. I don't know, man.
I don't know if it is. Oh, so I have one last argument and maybe I can win you over with this. Social media enabled the rise and monetization of digital tracking and advertising.
Okay. I mean, no, I don't.
No, you'll take digital surveillance, massive online surveillance, and micro targeting of ads in exchange for social media.
No, Mike, fuck off. That is not what I'm saying at all. Fuck you. Very much. That I just think that mass surveillance was around before that. It was mass surveillance and then social media, not the other way around. I think. Look, I've done my block list for more than 20. Actually, this year was 25 years, and trackers have been on there since the beginning. So it's not a new thing. They're more now than they used to be, but I don't think that's due to social media.
And don't think that's driven the rise of the data economy.
Ads has driven the rise of the data economy in the
which
main
have been
part.
driven by put on steroids by social media.
I mean, I don't know what percentage of ads come from social media versus like news outlets or anywhere else. But
I guess if you look at Google ads, they're putting them in the search, and that's not social media.
Search ads. I don't know. YouTube, is that count as a social media network? I don't really feel like it is. Anything that content is, you get ads on content.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's another counter argument to what you're saying is whenever I hear people talk about this kind of things, this kind of, in my day it was like this, and it really sounds like you hear this style of argument again and again and again. There was an Egyptian wax tablet that was translated the other day, and basically it was someone complaining about the same shit. He was saying, back in Socrates' day, the kids were much more well educated than they are these days. They've lost all their social skills. It was exactly the same argument, and we're still here. It's not like we've imploded humanity just yet. So I don't know.
So you're saying I would be the one saying, "Who needs a horseless carriage?"
Yeah, without horseless carriages, the kids would be talking to each other more.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
All the barnyard conversations will be gone if they're not out there taking care of the horses.
Right. Yeah, the kids are only having four kids are only having 4 kids of their own at the moment. They used to have 5 or 6 back in my day. That was what's needed. We need to have more teenage pregnancies. Yeah, I don't know. And is it a bad thing? Like, humans adapt, right? We change, and we I don't want to say evolve, but like we breed out characteristics pretty quickly. So I don't know.
So here's a fun, nothing to do with this article or this topic, except kind of just like a fun interaction story. So I love Taco Bell. It's terrible food, I know, whatever, but I love it. Love Taco Bell. It's my favorite restaurant. So I was at Taco Bell, and I was going to refill. What's that?
I've never been to a Taco
Never
Bell.
been to a Taco Bell. Oh, it's amazing. I'm actually the top Taco Bell reviewer in Google Maps in my area.
No shit,
so
really?
Google tells me I'm like the specialist in Mexican food reviews or something. I don't know, whatever.
You get like a gold taco or something like that.
And it could just be bullshit, but they send me like alerts on my phone. Is like, you've helped 5,000 people with your review, whatever. At any rate,
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I know, right? So this could be any fast food restaurant, but I was walking to the thing to refill my soda cup, and there was a guy there coming from the other direction, and he said, "No, go ahead, you go first." So I start trying to like pull the lid off my soda cup, but it was like on really tight, and I couldn't pull it off. So I'm like fiddling with it. And finally I get it off, but it's like stuck on one side, and I'm pulling on it. And finally I get it off, and I look at the guy. I'm like, oh, I guess I should have been ready before I got here, but thanks for letting me go first. So I put my cup on the thing, and it's not the kind that you push in. It's the kind with a button. So I put it on the rack and push the button, and my cup was off center. So the soda like knocked my cup over and then was pouring everywhere. And I look at the guy and go, I said, this is one of the most embarrassing interactions I've ever had. And he said, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. And I said, oh no, you should absolutely tell people. It's hilarious. So I'm sharing it with all of you. So my message is get out there and have social interactions. Even if it's embarrassing, it's still fun and makes a good story.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go with that.